Smokily mokes, greetings mythics, how are we all? Sorry I'm very, very late. I'm not normally this late. Yeah, I was asleep, you can probably tell, still asleep. Wow, I've never been in such a deep sleep, that's amazing. Wheat biscuits. I love you guys. This is a fantastic comment already. Just starting off with wheat biscuits and malt soda in place of beer, stimulating a lone wolf ration illustration ready to read your adventure with the midnight snack. Fantastically, Rin. How are you all? Oh, I know. 16 minutes. I know, Martha. I do apologise. Wow. I was in... He is awake. Just about. Just about. Oh my giddy aunt. Have you ever had one of those sleeps where you're so... It's like you've been buried for 15 years and you're so asleep. I did have my little traditional snooze, and then I set the alarm and then I fell back to sleep. But it was such a deep sleep. I feel like I'm still sleeping. Anyway, how is everybody? Is anyone else asleep? Bonjour, mon ami. Yes, hello there, Jem. Hello there, Jonathan. Hello, Martha. Hello, Lerin. Thank you for joining us. Oh, mama, I can't believe how asleep I was. Oh, my God. I feel dazed. What year are we? What's going on? Who are you? Who are you? You're Glocklesnook. There we go. That's better. Oh, mama. Hello, Colin. How are you? Look at me, look. Look what's happened. In the dungeon, I've been chipping away at the walls. And look, I've made a little couple of cracks in the walls and the sun is shining through. Look at that. I might even be able to break out. You're still asleep. Yeah, this is all a dream, exactly. I'm going to wake up and go, I had this dream. I was late for a live stream. What year is it? Who's the president? Precisely. Good evening. Yeah, good evening and good night. Yeah. I won't... I've forgotten the bell. I won't show you my crack. That's probably not the best thing to show, is it? Certainly not live, anyway. Maybe if you message me privately. Tired after some workout. Workout for my jaw. It hurts. Oh, okay, it's not toothache. Good. Glad we've established all of that. Sorry to hear that, Martha. Hopefully that will get better. Big hugs to Martha. So yeah, what the hell are we all doing here? Why are you bombarding me with comments? Oh yeah, that's right. Look. We are here to play Lone Wolf. This is book 6 in the Lone Wolf overarchy book series. But this is book 1 of the Magnakai series. And it is called The Kingdoms of Terror. It's some kind of stress. Oh, I don't know why, since I'm not stressed. Yeah, maybe it's a delayed effect. I don't know. That sounds very odd. Well, good luck with that, Martha. Yes, Lone Wolf. This is Kingdom of Terror. Now, we did play Lone Wolf books 1 to 5. I think we might have even played them back to back, which was, wow, that must have been like a whole year of Lone Wolf, which was quite exciting. I do recall that we died many times on ships. So if there's an opportunity to get on a ship, let's not take it. Yes, those of you that are familiar with Lone Wolf, love the shiny FF badge. Oh. Did you? Have I got an FF badge? What? I do have one actually, but it's no more ships. Yeah, no more ships. Love the shiny FF badges, Jonathan. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I'm not wearing them. Yes. Oh, have they been advertised now, are they? Is that what happens? Oh, yeah. So there is Fighting Fantasy, book 5. No. I'm still asleep. Fighting Fantasy Festival, or Fighting Fantasy Fest. FFFF. You can F off. FFFF 5. that's happening in September. Tickets are on sale. And I do need to private message you, actually, Jonathan. Yeah, so we can carry the skills carried over from the previous books' character sheets. Wow, Lirin, you would have thought you would be able to do that. Hello, Sally. Hello. Yes, you're absolutely correct. However, because we played these books over 2 years ago, I think now, at least over a year ago, I don't have our original character sheets. So we are going to have to start from scratch. But that's okay because the book has catered for that. I'll also say... Oh, there it is. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Thank you, Jonathan. You read my mind. Put the link into there as comments. If you would like to go to Fighting Fancy Fest 5, which is in London, in Ely, click the button, click the link, and you can purchase your tickets. See you in September. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to be going as well. Really love the levelling up system that makes it feel like playing a tabletop RPG. Yeah, the levelling up system is good, and it can be fairly complicated as well, though. I don't know if the music is too loud. Come on, Skyrim. Where are we? Yeah, so we do have admin to do. However, what I will say is there's a lovely map. We've got a new land to explore, the Stornlands. And if you're dyslexic like me, I misread that as the Stormlands. So Stornlands. I'm not really dyslexic, slightly dyslexic. But anyway, I have put this lovely map into the Edra Tales Facebook group albums. I've created a new album in the media section. So click on the tab that says media. And you can also look at the map. I've also put up the action chart, the combat chart, the special items, the weapons, all of that, so you guys can see all of that information as well. Okay? Because it is, what I didn't realise actually is quite intricate. It's quite intricate. So I was worried that my own personal game book would be slightly too complex, the rules. But this, I was reading through going, oh, okay, this, that and the other. And I've just realised I've not read a bit of it either. But hey, what could possibly go wrong? Rules for combat, oh yeah. Oh yeah, no this, okay. Anyway, we've got a bit of admin to do. Sarah. Oh, is somebody called Sarah here? Hello, Sarah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. You're all welcome. So we will crack on as quickly as possible. Now, in this system, you don't normally roll dice. However, because this is the definitive edition, so they released various different editions over the years, they have said, yeah, you can just use dice. And I suspect when Joe Diva, who's the author, when he created this, I suspect he wanted it to be different to Fighting Fantasy. So he created a system where you, at the back, you basically take your pencil and you just randomly pick a number like that. You just close your eyes and pick a number. That's not as much fun. It's not as much fun, if I'm being honest. So they do say you can roll a d10. Now I have my polymath. Is that correct? Put my dice from D&D. I've now got to work out, remember, which is the 10-sided dice. Is it that one? No, that's 12-sided, that's 6-sided, that's 3, that's a 6-sided, that's 6-sided. That looks like a 10. Hang on, that's an 8-sided. That's an 8. Oh, I think this is it. We got it. We got it. Is this correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's this one here that looks like a spinning top. Polyhedral. That's it. I knew her well. Yikes! My new D&D DM is really brutal. Okay, we are level 2, and he nearly killed us twice. He's just he or she. I don't know if it's a he or she, but they're just rubbing their hands, going, "Those innocent fools." Yeah, what can possibly go wrong? Phase number 13. Never say before playing a survival horror kit. Yeah, Dark Souls. I do want to play Dark Souls. I keep my dice under my armpits. Make great roll-ons. Hey, there it is. I forgot the bell. Ding. So there we go. So I believe it's that one. So we've got the dice ready. Yeah, you guys are going to have to do your own bells tonight. Bells and whistles, because in my waking stupor to get everything ready, I forgot the bell. Okay, so what do we need? What's going on? What is going on? I have got... I thought this time I'd be smug. I've got an A3 action sheet. Look at that. Look at the size of that one, love. Hey, look at that. Time to open the onion rings. I hope that's not a euphemism. Okay, so I've got a massive steady action chart with all the sort of stuff there. But what we do need to do, we do need to create... where's all my bits of paper? I am more organised than this looks, to be honest. Right, yes, what we first need to do is we do need to create our combat skill. So we do need to do that. Where would we... Oh, there it is. Combat skill. We can write there. So we do need to roll even, our combat skill. And what we do is we roll 1d10, and then we add 10. Ooh. So here we go. Let's hope it's a high score. Higher the better. This is a good game, good game, good game. Oh, you can't get higher than that, my friends. That's the 10. That is the 10. Look at that. These are lovely Eldritch dice, by the way. So this is a little symbol on it. Lovely. Boom. Absolutely boom. So we've got maximum combat. That is kicking it large right there. Maximum combat. Who says I roll badly? Yeah, we're black belt. We certainly are. And then we've got endurance, which is our health. If it reaches 0 in the game, we dead. And we do we do the same. We roll 1d10 and we add 20. We add 20. Right, so here we go. Oh my god, it's rolled again. And my voice went really high. Look at that. Did you saw that? That wasn't cheating. We don't cheat just this early on. There's a spider in the dice tower. Look at that. I think I can watch Steven Spielberg starring Maximum Combat. And we've been eating our meats and vegetables. Yeah, absolutely. Right. We're on fire already. So we have got the maximum 30. Look at that. Maybe I need to just sleep more often. Okay. Then, so what also we need to do is we do need to... Okay, hang on. Need to take a bit of tea. It's like rolling 12, 24, 12 on your fight basic. Yeah, absolutely. That was extraordinary, and that was genuine. That wasn't cheating. So just to let you know, we are limited to carrying 2 weapons, but we can only use 1 weapon in combat. We are limited to 8 backpack items. We are limited to 12 special items. We are limited to 50 gold. In fact, let's do the gold. We are rolling gold as we're doing so well. Jan, there's a spider behind you. There's not. It's spiders. Oh, has anyone played Limbo? It's a really beautiful video game, platform game. Really simple. Well, it's not simple, but really simple design, silhouettes. Takes place in a wood. Oh my god, the spiders in that. The spiders in that. Oh, I wouldn't mind if it was a fly. 50 gold sovereigns, just like James Bond from Rush with Love. The suitcase. Yeah. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. Okay, so I know that is Goldfinger, by the way. Equipment, map of... Right, so we have a map. We have the map. We've got the map. So for gold, we roll 1d10 and add 10. We're allowed a maximum of 50. So let's see how much gold we have. No. Oh, it's not bad though. God, for a second there, I thought it was again. That is 6. That's not bad out of 10, so that's pretty cool. So we have... That makes 16. Where's the gold? Let me write the gold down. Gold. Gold. Always believing. Oh, okay. I wondered why there was several charts, actually. I wonder why there was 2 action charts, and now I think I know why. Because one doesn't have the gold on and one does. Where's the gold? Ba ba ba. Oh, belt pouch. Here it is. Yeah, belt pouch. So we got 16. Okay. We're moving on. Moving on up. Moving on up. So what we have now is we have achieved the rank of Kai Master Superior because we did books 1 to 5. Okay. So we are now Magnakai Superior. And I tell you what we'll do. We'll read this bit out. We'll read the story so far. Let's read the story so far. Settle down. If you got a drink, get comfy. You got some snacks, some spider snacks, some arachne snacks. 8 is the same sound as windfall in Mandarin. 16 means we have double good luck. I like the sound of that, Lee Rin. So the story so far. You are Kai Master Lone Wolf, the last of the Kai Lords of Sommerlund, and the sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your warrior kin during a bitter war with your age-old enemies, the Darklords of Helgedad. 3 years have passed since your triumph over the Dark Lord Hakon at the tomb of Madjan. Excuse me. And for the northern realm of Sommerland, these have been 3 years of peace and prosperity. Yeah, previously on Edra Tales. Previously on Edra Tales. So it's 3 years of peace and prosperity. That's good news. Since Hakon's defeat, the power of the Darklords has waned. Rumours abound of a civil war raging in Helgedad, as the lesser Darklords fight each other for power and domination over their infernal city. Some say that it is a crude and brutal contest to win the arch-lordship of Helgedad. Yet others believe that it is your discovery of the lost Sommlending treasure, which is the Book of Magnakai, that has ignited their furious struggle for power. The Book of Magnakai is legendary in Sommerland, using the wisdom and guidance of the divine tome, Sun Eagle, the first Kai Grand Master, was able to install the disciplines of the Kai into a secret cadrel? Not sure what that word is. Of gifted Sommlending warriors. CADRE. Tell me what it means in the comments, please. They, in turn, imparted their skills and wisdoms into Sommlending. I still want to say summer love, drifting away. Sommlending, who shared their innate and special talents. And so it was that with the passage of centuries, the Kai flourished and grew into an elite warrior order, which kept Sommerland secure from devastation by the fell host of Helgedad. The Book of Magnakai had been lost long ago, yet its wisdom was kept alive and handed down through generations of Kai, so that they too could hone their skills and use them to thwart the Dark Lord's evil ambition. Jonathan's put Carder. Oh, okay, a select group. I've never heard that before. It's fantastic that we're learning something. I'll pronounce Kedra. Oh, Kedra, which means band brotherhood. Fantastic. It is tea. It is honeyed tea. And there's no spider jam. Don't you give me that. So, Kedra. Kedra. It's a nice word, that. Kedra. It seems like it's French. Is it French? And so it was that with the passage of centuries, the Kai flourished and grew into a fell host of and grew into an elite warrior order which kept Sommerlund secure from devastation by the fell host of Helgedad. The book of Magnakai had been lost long ago, yet its wisdom was kept alive and handed down through generations of Kai, so that they too could hone their skills and use them to thwart the Dark Lord's evil ambitions. It was you who discovered the book of the Magnakai, and it was you who destroyed Dark Lord Hakon in the battle to retrieve it from the tomb of the Magnakai. Since that fateful day, you have given a solemn pledge to restore the order of the Kai to its former glory, and, by doing so, ensure the security of your homeland in the years to come. You returned home from the deserts of Vasagonia, wherein lay the secret tomb, and, in the seclusion of your monastery, you set about a study of the Magnakai Disciplines. It was an exacting task, a trial both physical strength and mental fortitude. The seasons came and went, but you were unaware of the passage of time, so consumed you were by your quest for the knowledge and the skills of your warrior ancestors. 3 years of determined study passed, in which you mastered 3 of the advanced Magnakai disciplines. You also learnt that the remaining 7 disciplines could not be acquired by study alone. In order that you may fulfill your pledge to restore the Kai to glory, you must complete a quest first made by Sun Eagle over 1,000 years ago. When finally he completed his quest, he recorded all of his experiences in the Book of Magnakai. Sadly, much of his script has faded with the passing years, and now only a few of his wise words remains to guide you. Seek and find the Lorestone of Varetta, for this wondrous gem holds the power and the wisdom. Are the only words that you can still decipher of the Grand Master's handwritten chronicle. Although his verse is brief and incomplete, it gives you hope. You recognize the name Varetta. It is one of the oldest cities in Magnamund. It lies in the Stornlands beyond the Maken Gorge, far to the southwest of Sommerland. You resolve to set out upon your quest without undue delay. Well, we've got a little bit of admin to do, but without undue delay, for the war in Helgedad will not last indefinitely, and the Dark Lords have sworn to conquer your country and exterminate your people. As soon as they have resolved their civil strife, the victorious new Archlord will turn upon Sommerland and dispatch his fell agents to thwart your quest. You must therefore act quickly and with great stealth, for your life and the future of all Sommerland depends upon the success of your mission. And so, guided by the words of your ancient mentor, and with shadow of Dark Lords ever present, you set out upon the quest for the Lorestone of Varetta, unaware of the wonders and the dangers that await you in the distant, war-torn city. Right then, so that's the quest. Mr. Diva, lovely, beautiful bit of writing that, wasn't it? Beautiful bit of writing. Oh, did I misunderstand? I asked what was going to take. Oh, I was going to take tea or hot. Oh, sorry. I thought, well, you've guessed. I've got tea. I've got hot tea with honey. I don't know. What do you fancy? What do you fancy? So there we are. We have a quest then. We are going to get the Lorestone of Varetta, which is powerful and wise. And as you have heard, we've been training for the last 3 years. Still can't shift my big tummy though. Anyway, we've been training for 3 years. And we do have new disciplines. We can pick 3 new disciplines. So, what we're going to do then is we have to choose 3. Now, it's a bit of admin, but we can hopefully do it as quickly as possible. It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the fight of my life. I don't know the words, so I'm just gonna stop. Choose 3 Magnakai Disciplines out of this. Are you ready then? Pick which 3 you'd like. Now I can go into more detail, but a lot of them you can kind of guess what they do. So we've got Weapon Mastery, Animal Control, Curing. I initially thought that was curling, you know, like the sport. He's just been spending all his time curling. Curing, Invisibility, Hunt Mastery, Pathmanship, Psi Surge, Psi Screen, Nexus, and Divination. So if you've played these games before and you kind of already know what you want, then write it down. I like disciplines. I usually take paracetamol though. Hey! Martha would like Hunt Mastery, Weapon Mastery, Invisibility. Interesting. So what that means, so Weapon Mastery means we've got a selection of weapons, and if we have one of those, it gives us a +3 in combat. Pathfinder, potentially open more story paths. Potentially, is that right? So Pathfinder. Yeah, in addition to the basic skill of being able to recognise the correct path in an unknown territory, the Magnakai skill of Pathmanship will enable you to read foreign languages, decipher symbols, read footprints and tracks, even if they've been disturbed, and detect the presence of most traps. It also grants you the gift of always knowing intuitively the position of north. If you choose this skill with right part, yeah, okay, so that's what that is. Isn't Pathfinder an RPG game? Yeah, as soon as I said Pathfinder, I realised I got it wrong. I think I said that, didn't I? Yes, you're right. It is Pathmanship. I'm not even awake yet. I'm still not awake. Animal control obviously means you can communicate with animals and determine their purpose and intentions. It also enables the Kai Master to fight from the saddle with great advantage. Curing, the possessor of this skill can restore 1 lost endurance point to their total for every number of sections that you are not in combat. So if you're just passively reading, not passively, but you know, there's no combats in an entry and we're below 30 endurance points, we can top that up 1 per entry. Invisibility is what it sounds. Hunt Mastery means you'll never starve in the wild. So in this book, when it says you need to eat a meal, if we haven't got any meals, we lose endurance points. This one is you don't need to. You can go off and forage, so that's fine. Psi Surge means that in combat, sometimes you can attack. It enables you to attack the enemy using a force of your mind. It can be used in concert with combat weapons and adds 4 extra points to combat skill. It's a powerful discipline, but a costly one. For every round of combat, not every battle, every round of combat, you use Psi Surge, you must deduct 1 endurance point. So you have to worry about that. But that's what that does. Psi Screen, sometimes some of the enemies will attack us using Psi Surge. If we have Psi Screen, then we can actually block that and it doesn't affect us. Hello, sorry for bothering you. Oh, here we go. Yay, welcome. We've got Landis, I can't pronounce your name, sorry, Indistinguishgan. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. It's in my hands, guys. A huge number of custom settings. Go to Streamrise. There you go. So if you want to promote your channel, go to Streamrise. I neither endorse that or recommend it. Thing is though, the price is lower than any competitor. I know somebody that does that for half a pence. So does that mean you can do it for zero then? Because that has to be lower. So I know someone that can do that for half a p. So presumably you can do it for free then? Is that how that works? Just putting it out there. Okay, so that... Oh, then we got Nexus, which is the mastery of the Magnakai skill. Oh, mastery of this Magnakai skill, enabled to withstand extremes heat or cold without losing endurance points. So that's... Sounds like Swiss Tony, yeah. Yeah. Promoting your channel. Promoting your channel is a lot like making love to a woman. First, you have to turn it on. Make sure you get enough viewers to really get her in the mood. No, this is... I'm taking that as a compliment because you have actually met and chatted with Charlie Higson there. Yeah, so Nexus is heat. Doesn't matter. Cold. Doesn't matter. You won't lose endurance points. And Divination means this skill may warn the Kai Master of immediate or unseen danger to enable him to detect invisible or hidden enemy. It may also reveal the true purpose or intent of a stranger or strange object encountered in your adventure. Divination may enable you to communicate telepathically with another person and to sense if the creature possesses psychic abilities. So there we go. So that is what they all mean. Has anybody else voted? So, what have we got? I think only Martha's voted. Hides a large aero bar in the possessions. Yeah, exactly. You know me too well. In that case, pathmanship, weapon mastery with the sword one, yeah, and divination. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else want to vote on what disciplines? I think personally, I know it's not all about me, but I read this earlier. I know. I'm surprised as you are. And I liked weaponry. I thought weaponry would be good. Yeah, weapon mastery. So it looks like... So we got two of the same. Weapon mastery looks like 2 people want that. 3 people want that one. Okay. So let's do weapon mastery then. That looks like that's a popular one. So, where do we put those? As I say, this one's a little bit more complicated. Let's have a look. Oh, Magnakai Disciplines. Okay, here we go. So let's put weapon mastery. Weapon mastery. So there are certain select weapons that we will get a +3 on. Okay. Now we do start with a sword, so we already get a +3. Invisibility. So 2 people seem to have picked invisibility. So let's put invisibility down. Invisibility. Okay. So with invisibility, it will tell us, if you have the discipline of invisibility, turn to section so and so. So that just means 1 more discipline. Now, Lirin put pathmanship. Martha put hunt mastery. And Jan put curing. So if anyone else wants to vote and swing that vote one way or the other, please do so. Otherwise, what's the best way to pick? Should we just do a random one? What do you reckon? You let me know. If anyone wants to choose either path or unless we roll a dice between those 2. Or 3, I should say. Yeah, between those 3. Should we do that? What should we do? Anyone else? I'm going to have a drink first. And then what else we do? I think, are we ready? Oh no, we've got one more thing to do. Actually, we've got one more thing to do. AskSally.com. There you go. I don't know if Sally is still watching or not. But AskSally.com. Okay, maybe we could leave that for the moment then. Or let the die side. Should we let the die side then? Let's let the die side. Ding. I came up with a die side. What are you talking about? That's my little discovery, that decide is dice. Anyway, unless you weren't thinking that. I get very territorial about stuff like that. Okay, here we go then. So, 1 and 2 is going to be pathmanship. 3 and 4 is going to be hunt mastery. And 5 and 6 is going to be curing. You ready? I've got a 6-sided dice. Here we go. It's 6, so it's curing. We are curing. Okay, so let's just read what that one does again. Curing. I know it sounds pretty obvious, but you can restore 1 lost endurance point for every non-combat one that we're in, which is pretty good. That is pretty good one. I mean, all of them are pretty good, aren't they, really? Just going to write down what it does as well, just to remember. And if you guys could remember, because it does help. Okay. Regeneration. Yeah, oh, Sally's put invisible. Oh, okay, so Sally did put curing in anyway. Welcome back, Sally. Yeah, brilliant. She's zoned out. See what I have to put up with? I have that effect on most women, to be honest. Okay, yeah, so the curing, it also enables us to cure diseases, blindness, and any combat wounds sustained by others, as well as yourself. Using the knowledge that mastery of this skill provides will also allow you to identify the properties of any herb, roots, and potions that you encounter during the adventure. So again, it will say, if you have the curing discipline, turn to entry so-and-so, so that will then help us out. So then the last thing that we have to do is we do have to pick, yeah, we've done those. We do have to pick 7 from the following items, okay? 7 from the following items, and then that is it. Then we can get into the story. So, I will read out the items. This might take a while for people to choose. It might be that I just have to sort of pick. But if a lot of you agree on one, then obviously we'll pick that one. So, choose 7 from the following. So, we get a potion of Lambsur, quiver with 6 arrows, warhammer, bow, 5 special rations, which are the meals, quarterstaff, padded leather waistcoat, axe, dagger, tinderbox, rope, Kai shield, helmet, torch, blanket. Is it a blanket? Oh, yeah, a little blanket. And a herb pouch. Herb pouch. Now, I don't think we need the herb pouch because we've already got that, I think. Yeah. We've already got the herb pouch because we've got curing. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the herb patch. It says, if you have chosen curing and selected the play option 3, which we might as well do, for this Magnakai Discipline, then you can pick here a leather pouch for herb seeds, including herb and seed-like special items, and potions hanging from your belt. The herb pouch will carry a maximum of 6 items. Each dose of the potion counts as 1 item. So there we go. So we've got an herb pouch, so we can pick 7. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right. So this is, yeah, I was going to say, if anybody wants to know more about what they do, then please ask. Martha's put bow, sword, quiver, the rations, padded leather waistcoat, blanket and tinderbox. So the weapons will actually add, we'll get a +3 on, but I think we start off with a sword anyway. The meals count as one meal, yeah. They count as one item though, is it? One meal counts for one item. So 5 special meals, that's 5, that takes up 5 spaces in the backpack though. That's a bit harsh. Okay. The shield, this adds 2 combat skill when used in combat with any weapon, adorned with a red and gold Kai sun face. This helmet adds 2 endurance points to your total. The special padded leather adds 2, the waistcoat adds 2 endurance points. If you possess a battered padded leather waistcoat, you can replace it with a special item. Yeah, okay. So, what would you like to do then? And an arrow. But they're flat, so they fit anyway. Well, I think a Pop-Tart probably fits slightly better. But then we haven't got a toaster. We can't have Pop-Tarts just on their own. That's not going to work, is it? Or a Curly Whirly. They're nice and flat, aren't they? So, anyone else voting? Because otherwise we'll go with what Martha would like. Because it really only does take one person to vote. Anyone voting or anybody really object and want to put something else in, then please say. Okay, Leerin has put tinderbox, Lempsar potion, rope, blanket, shield, arrow and quiver in case there's a fleeing enemy. Yeah, well, the way it works, I think with the bow and arrow, it will let us use it. It will instruct us when we can use it, and I think you get a round of combat in first. It's like a surprise one. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if let's see if we've got any crossover first. So the quiver and the quiver. Yeah, the quiver. So we're going to put the quiver. Bear with me because they're special items. So they go in a special in a different box. So that's quiver. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows. Okay. Then we have any other things that... Oh, and Jam's put... Oh, tall archer bow ran away from me. He was highly strung. There it is. That's the one. So, what else? Blanket. Okay, nice. Blanket. I guess the blanket... What does the blanket do? It just says blanket. Okay, I'm sure it will let us know what it does when we get there. That is a backpack item. So that is a separate one. We've got a maximum of 8 of those. Blanket. Okay. Then you both put tinderbox, which is probably a really good item actually to have, isn't it? Tinderbox, that is also a backpack item. Then tinderbox, blanket, bow, sword. Anything else? The rope? No, I'm just trying to see which ones were the same. Potion? No. So bow, swords. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's put in a bow and the sword then, and they are weapons. So they're weapons. They go in a separate box as well. Do they? Yeah, they go in the weapons box. Where's my weapons? Oh, yeah. So, we've got a sword and a bow. Oh, yeah, I guess we do need the bow, don't we? Okay, so the swords and the bow. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The leather waistcoat then. I'm trying to be equal. Here. Let's do the rope as well. That's a backpack item. Pretty sure. Yeah, rope is a back. So let's do rope. And also, yeah, the padded leather waistcoat. I think that's a good idea, isn't it? Padded leather waistcoat. That is a special item. Padded leather waistcoat. And that does +2 endurance. You may also wear it under chainmail waistcoat if you possess one. Okay, that's cool to know. I'm not keeping up with the messages. The leather waistcoat will give more protection. Yeah, if I correct a lemon point, Magnakai is equivalent of a super healing potion. Let's have a look at that then. Yeah, the potion of Lamspur. Each of these potions restores 4 endurance points to your total when swallowed after combat. There is enough for only one dose. Okay, let's take that. That is a backpack item. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, right. So we've picked our 7 items. We've picked our 7 items. And I believe that is everything. So I had to write out a checklist. And I was a little bit worried with my own personal game book, because I'm writing one at the moment, that the rules would be too complicated. But I don't think they're as complicated as this. So I think that's a good idea. But I'm pleased that there is a popular... Lone Wolf have sold what did they say here? Over 12 million books? Yeah, 12 million copies sold. And these are relatively complex game books. So that's good. I was a little bit worried that, if a game book is too complicated, people won't want to play it. Okay, so that is that. There's also... Yeah, let's read this. There's lore circles of the Magnakai. Now, this I think is new to this series of books. In the years before the massacre, the Kai Masters of Sommerlund devoted themselves to the study of the Magnakai. These skills were divided into 4 schools of training called lore circles. So sick of soft foods. Oh, I can't eat hard foods. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, I bet you are if that's what you've been eating. It says here, these skills were divided into 4 schools of training called lore circles. By mastering all of the Magnakai disciplines of a lore circle, the Kai Masters developed their fighting prowess, combat skill, and their physical and mental stamina, endurance, to a level far higher than any mortal warrior could otherwise attain. Listed below are the 4 lore circles of the Magnakai, and the skills that must be mastered in order to complete them. By completing a lore circle, you may add to your combat and endurance the extra bonus points that are shown. All bonus points that you acquire by completing a lore circle are additions to your basic combat. So you can go above your starting values. So we have the Circle of Fire, which is weapon mastery and hunt mastery. Circle of Light, which is animal control and curling. Circle of Solaris, invisibility, hunt mastery and pathmanship. And Circle of Spirit, Size Surge, Size Screen, I want to say Sunscreen with that, Size Screen, Nexus and Divination. So, as you rise through the higher levels of Magnakai training, you'll discover that each of your skills improve. For example, if you possess the Magnakai Discipline of Divination, when you reach the Magnakai rank of Section Kai, you will be able to spirit walk and leave your body in a state of suspended animation as you explore your immediate surroundings, unhindered by physical limitations. The nature of these additional improvements and how they affect your Magnakai disciplines will be noted in the Improved Discipline section of the future Lore Magnakai books. Magnakai Wisdom. Your quest for the Lorestone of Varetta will be fraught with danger, for the lands of the border upon the river Storn are wild and turbulent nations, constantly warring with one another. Use the map to help you during your adventure to make notes as you progress through the story, for there will be great help in this and future adventures. Many things that you find will help you during your adventure. Some special items will be of use in future Lone Wolf adventurers, and others may be red herrings and of no real use at all. So be selective in what you decide to keep. Choose your 3 Magnakai disciplines with care, for a wise choice will enable a player to complete the quest no matter how weak their initial combat scores and endurance points are. Well, we're maxed out on there. Successful completion of previous Lone Wolf adventures, although an advantage is not necessary to complete of the Magnakai adventure. May the spirit of Sun Eagle guide you on the path of the Magnakai. For Sommerlund and the Kai! Okay, so we are ready to begin. Here we go. So we do have about a page and a half to read, so again, bear with me. And then we'll get into the meat of the book. Here we go then. The courtyard of the Kai monastery is strangely silent on the morning that you begin your quest. A blanket of frost... I thought it said spiders there. A blanket of frost sparkles on the battlements, and the air is crisp and clear as you guide your horse along the monastery trail and into the Freyland forest. It is only a little later that you look back to see the tall grey towers of your stronghold silhouetted against the sky. You bid a silent farewell before entering the dense packed trees. You do not look back again. The long ride south is not without incident. On Raiders Road, the highway between the capital and the province of Raron, you are confronted by a ragged outlaw band. They demand your gold. Oh no, not already. They demand your gold, but all they receive from you is a harsh lesson in how to do a Sean Connery impression. They demand your gold, but all they receive from you is a harsh lesson in the powers of a Kai master. You fight them, and they flee in confusion, leaving 3 of their number dead on the highway. After this encounter, you are given a wide berth by all of the unsavoury characters of this bleak and desolate region. In Raron, you are greeted with a hero's welcome by the Lord of the land, Baron Vanland. He and his people will never forget the debt of gratitude that they owe to you, for it was your courage that once saved them from the destruction at the hands of a renegade Varasagonian warlord. You are made so welcome by the Ranusun that your quest is in danger of being neglected in the endless round of banquets and celebrations held in your honour. However, you are ever mindful of your duty, and the time soon comes for you to leave the mining town and venture south once more. Long ago, the highway from Rayon to Quarlen was torn in 2 by a terrible earthquake that scarred the land for hundreds of miles. The deep crevices, known as the Chasm of Doom. Isn't that in Talisman? For its chasmatic opening cursed the surrounding countries in the long term. later extended eastward and destroyed the Sommlending city of Machen, becoming known as the Magnakai Gorge ever since. The chasm of doom's fathomless depths are cursed with a dreadful legacy. It was here, during the age of the Black Moon, even before the destruction of Machen, that King Ulnar killed the mightiest of the Dark Lords, Lord Vashna, whose body, along with the corpses of all his followers, was cast down into the bottomless reach. Legend says that his death cry will echo throughout the gorge until he rises once again to wreak his vengeance upon Sommerland and the house of Ulnar. You are anxious to go by the impassable chasm of doom during the forced long detour to the free city-state of Cassion. Now the only land road to the reach. Hang on. Let's read that again. It's quite a long sentence. You are anxious to go by the impassable chasm of doom during the forced long detour to the free city-state of Cassion. Now the only land road to reach the Stornlands from your country. The Cassion highway is, however, far more welcome in prospect than a visit to the haunted ghost city of Machen, even if this place was visited by Sun Eagle during the first step of his Magnakai quest. Gradually, the fertile plain of the Rhaenian homelands gives way to the sparse vegetation along the borders of the dry main. There, like a jewel rising out of the desert, lays the city-state of Karazhan. Your stay in the city of merchants is a brief but profitable one. A stroke of luck, assisted by the use of your Kai skills, gives you a much-needed win at a gambling house of the Silver Sage. With the gold you acquire there, you replenish your supplies and purchase a fresh amount for your ride to Quarrelin. We've got a horse. 5 days later, you arrive safely at the outskirts of Quarrelin, and in the evening twilights, find yourself gazing upon the fortified wall that surrounds this quiet river town. To reach Varetta, you must cross the river, and only here, at Quarrelin, is there a bridge which spans the fast-flowing waters of the Quell. The highway divides as it approaches the town wall, for there are 2 gates that provide access to the east side. Here we go then. If you have the Magnakai Discipline of Pathmanship, turn here. If you choose... Okay, so do we have Pathmanship? I've forgotten now after all of that. We don't have Pathmanship. We do not have Pathmanship. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to approach the north gate of Quarrelin? Type north gate. Or would you like to approach the south gate? Type south gate. What would you like to do? You decide. That's your first choice. Sorry it took so long, but the first... I remember this last time with Lone Wolf. There's a lot of admin. So thank you for bearing with me, those of you that have. So we've got North Gate. It looks like everybody wants to go into the North Gate. Okay. So just to let you know, I've not played this book. Like you, well, the first time I played Lone Wolf was when we live streamed these a couple of years ago. So that's why I was keen to get back into it. Mr. Diva is quite versed in cinematic descriptions. He is. He's very good at setting the scene, getting you in the mood, so to speak. Really setting the scene, yeah. So we're going to go... Okay. Let me write this down. We're going to go to the North Gate. Here we go then. Feels good, doesn't it, to start actually making the decisions. 137. 137. A peasant wagon and a merchant caravan, both bearing a toa tree emblem of calcium, are waiting in front of the town gate. You bring your horse to a halt and take your place in line as slowly the great door of the red rust iron creaks open. A guard appears and gestures to the wagon and the caravan to enter, but he brandishes his spear menacingly as you prepare to follow close behind them. The town levy is 3 gold crowns. Oh, hang on. I thought that was just a sign. The town levy is 3 gold crowns, stranger. Pay or turn away. So, what would you like to do then? Would you like to pay the town levy? Type pay, or if you don't want to pay the entrance tax, you can attempt to ride past the guard. Type ride. What would you like to do then? Pay or just ignore him and potentially get the guards all riled up? But what would you like to do? Pay or ride past? We do have quite a lot of gold. How many gold have we got already? We have 16 already. Yeah, it looks like you want to pay. Probably a good decision, a wise decision. We're not going to get into too many fisticuffs straight away, do we? So there we go. Let's pay the money then. I will write off 3 already. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's not going to go down like we think it is. Okay, we're going to pay. Bribe him with your curly-whirly. And I really sincerely hope that is not a euphemism. Okay, here we go. You enter a wide street. Oh, all looks good. You enter a wide street where black iron lanterns swing above the doors of the shops and houses. Their oily black smoke stains the walls and adds a pale of gloom to the darkening sky. The street descends towards the river Qual, where flat boats lie moored at the rich merchant's wharf. Qualin stands at the most northerly point on the river that can be navigated by boat, here we go, and barge. And it is here that the river connects with the caravan routes to Calisson and the last lands. This vital trade connection ensures the financial future of the town. As they approach to the wide stone bridge, you see an impressive-looking hostelry with extensive stables and outhouses. A painted shield hangs above the courtyard gate, proudly displaying its name, the Barrel Bridge Tavern. Oh, I like the sound of that already. The moment you enter the courtyard, a stable boy appears from nowhere and bids you welcome. He takes charge of your horse and shows you to the door to the tavern hall. It is crowded despite the early hour, and the roaring fire blazes in its great stone hearth. The smell of roasting beef makes your mouth water, reminding you that you have not eaten today. The price list indicates you have to pay 2 gold crowns to eat and 3 gold crowns for a room. If you do not have enough gold crowns to afford both, then this. Otherwise, if you possess the Magnakai Discipline of Pathmanship or Divination, which we don't. So, what would you like to do then? You have 2 choices. Would you like to take a seat and order some food, type food, or would you decide to approach the bar and inquire about a room for the night, type room? What would you like to do? You decide. Do you want a bit of nosh first of all, type food, or you're not hungry, you just need a bit of sleep, that's all. Type room if you'd like to go to sleep. And believe you me, I know the joys of sleep. You decide what we'd like to do. Room. Okay, Jan would like to get some 40 winks. Here we go. You decide. You decide. What would you like to do? You decide. Anyone else voting? No? Maybe you've all fallen asleep already. Okay, but we only do need one person. Food. Oh, okay. We've got the counterbalance there. Food. Perhaps we can get a conversation that can lead to information. That's a good point. So we've got 1 apiece. Is anyone else voting? If not, we will go to the die. The die would decide. Okay, Martha's gone for food as well. That has swung the balance. I don't think anyone else is going to vote. So we're going to go for order some food. 172. Okay. You choose a seat near the corner, one that is laid for dinner, and offers a clear view of the hall. A serving woman soon approaches. She is carrying a platter laden with roasted meat, and she produces a stack of generous helping onto your plate. 2 gold crowns, if you please, she says, presenting an open-handed blooded by the food. You pay her, remember to deduct it off the action chart, and settle down to your feast. While you're eating, you are approached by the innkeeper. He is a fat, oily individual with small, piggish eyes. "Me lad tells me that he's tended to your mare. She's a good un here. She's in good hands here. These are the best stables in all of Quarrelin." The man shifts nervously from one foot to the other, as if he is uncomfortable in your presence. "You'll be wanting a room, I take it." You finish a mouthful of food before nodding your reply. "Well, you're in luck, my friend," he answers, obviously relieved that you appear to be a paying guest. "We have 1 room left, room 17. He produces a plain iron key from his apron pocket and sets it down beside you. "That'll be 3 gold crowns. In advance, if you please." You pay the innkeeper and slip the key into your tunic pocket. Okay, so we've paid for a room, we've paid for some food. And how much was it? Was it 2 gold for that one? 2. So that's a total of 5 gold. We are burning through the crowns quite rapidly now. So we have 8 gold crowns left. Although one thing it did say is we did do a bit of gambling, but it didn't tell us to add any money on. Okay, I just hope this isn't a big elaborate trap that we're falling into. I really do. There's something not quite right about it in my feeling. I might be wrong. Yeah, this feels shady due to how nervous the innkeeper is. Yeah, absolutely, I'm with you. Okay. Suddenly, there is a mighty crash as the hall door is slammed shut. Into the tavern strides a black-browed young lordling wearing a flamboyant costume of ebony and gold. He makes a ceremonious display of removing his velvet cloak and pompously demands food and wine. It takes 3 serving women and the innkeeper to see to his wishes. His manner is so insulting that you are not surprised to see many scars that disfigure his young face. He must be continuously provoking fights and duels. The lordling chooses to seat him at a table already occupied by a small, thin, inoffensive man. Within seconds, there is a thunderous outburst of foul language. The lordling grabs the old man by the throat, lifts him one-handedly from his seat, and hurls him to the floor. "You stinking, shrivelling toad! How dare you sit with me?" he bellows. Bewildered and frightened, the little man fumbles an apology, but to no avail. The lordling kicks back his chair and towers over the wretch. His hand now clasped around the silver hilt of his sword. The tavern crowd falls silent. They are viewing the scene with relish, like spectators at a Vasconian arena, for clearly the lordling intention is to kill the helpless old man. What? And there he is. We have a beautiful illustration there by Gary Chalk. There he is. We intervene. Bullies need to be taught a lesson. I think that is very true, and I think that is the choice. So, if you possess a bow and wish to use it, or not. Okay, so we do have a bow. Do we wish to use it? Type yes if we used to use it, or no if we don't wish to use it. What would you like to do? He is a brat. Let's teach him a lesson. Okay, yeah, we do, yeah. I would find it very difficult. I do like to think that if I genuinely was in some sort of medieval fantasy world, where this sort of stuff happens, and we all carried weapons and stuff like that, that you kind of would start defending the defenseless. You know, you would start sticking up for people. Although life could be very short. You know, if you get into a scrape and someone's got a sword, you know, I guess that's why learning to fight would be very, very important. It would literally be life or death. Okay, we're going to use it then. 301. Let's hope we stick him in the neck. 301. With the speed and grace of movement that marks you out as a Kai master, you load, take aim and fire. Your arrow pierces the lordling's forearm as his sword is descending, causing his blow to splinter stone, not skull. Do not forget to erase the arrow, yeah. He utters a shrill cry and spins around, cradling his wounded arm as he staggers back. Curse you, scum, he shrieks. I am Rorak, high-born of armoury. I shall have you life for this, mark my words. Trembling with pain and fury, he struggles in vain to regain his composure. Loudly he demands his sword and cloak from the innkeeper before stumbling into the night, amidst a welter of threats and vile curses. I think we've made an enemy there pretty quickly, but however, it does feel like we did the right thing. It does feel like we've done the right thing. So we have now fired one of the arrows already. Good bit of action. Straight away, we're in the thick of it. Needed finishing off. Yeah, I guess he'll... Can we stay here for the night? Maybe that's why the innkeeper... Maybe it's all a big plan that the innkeeper just gets money off of you. He comes in and then he's kind of come back with people. My humble thanks, says the frail old man as you help him to his feet. I'm forever in your debt. Was it tonight we should be called William Tell Jr. Taking him by his arm, you escort him to his table where he gathers up his scattered belongings. My name is Sirius. I am a magician, he says meekly, as if apologising for some weakness or abnormality. I claim no great understanding of the arcane. My talents are modest by any standard. I only dabble in simple tricks, earning my keep with amusements and sleight of hand to entertain the courtiers of Varetta. Your expression betrays you, and the old man is too quick to note your look of sudden interest when he says the word Varetta. William Tell, didn't he? If you wish to ask him about the Lorestone of Varetta, type ask. If you do not decide to question him, you can bid him good night. Type good night. What would you like to do then? Would you like to ask him about the Lorestone of Varetta? Or you can just bid him good night. Type good night. What would you like to do? It probably makes sense to ask, doesn't it? It probably does make sense. Yeah, it does make sense. So we've got 3 asks. So this is it. I think you guys were right. We are getting the information by hanging about inside the tavern. Although we think we have made a very powerful enemy. So we'll have to be on guard. We might not be able to stay at the tavern because he might come back. The old man narrows his mousy eyes and looks at you with a cautious gaze. It is but a legend. Some say it contained great power. Others say its power existed only in the minds of those who craved to own it. Whatever the truth is, the Lorestone has been lost for hundreds of years. You sense that the old magician is not telling you all he knows about the Lorestone. So, it says here, if you choose to identify yourself and confide him. Okay, so would you like to reveal who you are, your real identity, and confide him the nature of your quest? Or not reveal who you are and bid him good night? So if you want to identify yourself and tell him about your quest, type yes. If not, just say good night, type no. What would you like to do? Is he somebody that you think you can trust or not? I like animo. What's that? Oh, ID myself. Yeah. Okay, we've got 2 for ID myself. What would you like to do? That's 3 for yes. Okay, here we go then. Here we go. 119, which is my old door number when I was growing up. But mere a child I was but mere a child. 119, here we go. Oh, is this the right decision? Sirius's eyes open with such surprise that you can see the startled whites around his mousy brown pupils. Lone wolf, he whispers incredulously. I should have known. Humble apologies. I thought that perhaps you sought the Lorestone for less than honourable reasons. An excited Sirius talks a great length of the legend of the Lorestone. You learn that it remained in Varetta after Sun Eagle's quest, where it was set into the throne of Laris in the Tower of the King. Hundreds of years ago, during the War of the Lorestone, it was stolen by Saloni's prince called Cascor. He set the stone upon a gold sceptre and used it in battle to inspire his fanatical followers and crush his foes. He believed it made him invulnerable, but this was not so. He was killed on his royal barge. See, it's always a boat. Killed on his royal barge during the Battle of Rem, and the Lorestone was lost when the gold sceptre fell from his hand and into the depths of the river Storn. There have since been many stories of the sceptre having been found, but none of these fanciful tales were true. It was said that whoever wielded the Lorestone was the rightful ruler of all of Stornlands. For this reason it has often been sought by evil or unscrupulous warlords, and many have pursued the quest. None have been successful. Ah, it's the same name as the dog star Sirius. Really? Might be just my pronunciation, though, if I'm being honest. So they've done a little filler illustration of what it looks like. I guess that's what it looks like, into the sceptre. Sirius does not know where the Lorestone is, but he does know a respected man in Varetta who claims he knows the exact whereabouts. Let me ride with you to Varetta in return for a privilege. I shall take you to this man. Your basic Kai instincts inform you that his offer is genuine. Gladly, you nod your agreement and arrange to meet him in the tavern courtyard at dawn. Fantastic! It looks like we've got a guide, and we seem like it's genuine. We do seem like it's genuine. Okay, so we have found an ally. We did save his life, to be honest, didn't we? Well, you did. You saved his life. In Mandarin, another game book, another wreck ship. Yeah, that is our destiny, it seems. In Mandarin, Sirius was subtitled as Skywolf Star in the Harry Potter films. Oh, okay. Yeah. So many wrecked boats. Exactly. Besides, that brat wouldn't stand a chance against us. Yeah, absolutely. A shrill cock crows heralds the dawn of a new day. By the time you have dressed and gathered together your equipment, Sirius is already waiting for you in the courtyard below. Probably can sleep better tonight, even with no medication help that whole gen, even if it's a fiction. Oh, that's nice to know, Lirin. Yeah, exactly. I do feel like, I know this is just fiction, but when you do help people, obviously in real life, you get a boost from it, don't you? It kind of helps you as well. So, yeah. A glorious morning, he says cheerfully, pointing up at the cloudless sky with a slender oaken staff. We'll have no difficulty reaching the halfway inn by nightfall. Oh, I like this. We're just going to pubs all the time. You bid farewell to the innkeeper and his son and urge your horses out onto the narrow street that leads to the west gatehouse. By mid-morning, you are riding across gentle hills crested with yellow-leaved trees. The hilltops are shrouded with mist, but occasional rays of sunshine break through to lighten the lush green fields below. Time passes swiftly, with Sirius as Sirius recounts the histories and legends of the area. You learn that the rich and fertile kingdoms bordering the River Storn have a wild and turbulent past, swept by wars, divided by empires, split by national rivalries, and the ambitions of petty princes who prey continually upon one another and the rest of the populace. Larius is embroidered. Is that his name? Larius is embroidered. Oh, did he say? Oh, I see. It sounds like Sirius. Yeah. Larius is embroidered in. Oh no, what is Larius? I'm confused now. That's an area. Larius is embroidered in war with Magnador, Delden with Salanor, and Salanor with Solovina. Battles are fought, lives are lost, and the land is plagued with grim regularity. Pillaged, with grim regularity. Only the mercenaries and the crows seem to prosper from these perpetual conflicts. It is mid-afternoon when you catch sight of a small village on the road ahead. There are many wagons parked beside the highway, and the crowd has gathered in a field nearby. As you ride past, you notice a large placard nailed to the side of one of the wagons. Archery tournament. Entrance, 2 gold crowns. First prize, the silver bow of Duradin. So, we've got a choice. Do you want to enter the tournament? Type yes. If you decide not to or you can't afford to enter, you may continue on your way. What would you like to do then? Type yes if you want to enter the tournament, or no if you don't want to. Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it, haven't we? Okay, so it's going to cost us 2. That does mean we'll be down to 6. However, I'm sure we will be getting some gold at some point. 141, here we go. One. Okay, silver bow. Would probably come in very handy if we face werewolves. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely will. Sirius, that's his name, isn't it? Sirius offers to stay and look after the horses while you take part in the contest. He says that archery holds no interest for him, but you suspect this is just an excuse for him to take an afternoon nap. And you know what? Nothing wrong with that, mate. You hand him the reins of your horse and hurry to join a line of men and women waiting to enter the tournament field. The event reminds you of a Sommlending village pageant, and the jugglers, the dancers, the numerous sideshows all add to the festive spirit. Eventually, you reach the gate where a cheerful old lady is collecting the 2 gold crowns entrance fee. You hand over the crowns and enter a large tent where the other competitors are busily stringing their bows. Okay, so I'm going to write down that we now only have 6 gold. 6 gold crowns. Okay, so you have a choice. It says if you have a bow. Oh, okay, sorry, it's not a choice. We do have a bow already. I think that was a very good choice, picking the bow. Because you don't quite know at the beginning what really... I mean, I'm sure they all come in handy at some point. But obviously some bits you probably want to do more than others. I don't know. Because you'd probably have to buy a bow. And we might not be able to afford a bow, I guess. A small, fat-faced man dressed in a silver-braided jerkin enters the tent and calls for everyone's attention. Quickly, he explains the rules that govern the tournament, and he ushers you into the range. At the far end of the field stand a line of targets, each with 10 coloured rings marked 0 to 9. Each archer is given 3 arrows, with which he must get a minimum score of 8 in order to qualify for the next round of the tournament. Okay, so it says pick 3 numbers from the random table and add them together. It says that if you have the Magnakai Discipline of Weapon Mastery, which we do with the bow, Jeffrey Archer, and add 3 to your total. In this instance, the weapon mastery of the bow bonus is just added once to the final total of your 3 picks, not to each individual pick. Okay, so what we'll do then is, I think I've just realised 0 is actually 0. Oh no, but there isn't a 0 on here. So 0 is 10. We'll do that. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's a 10-sided dice. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, right. So let's do that then. So we're gonna 0 to 9. Anyway, right. Let's do it. Let's just slightly cheat. We did say you could use a 10-sided dice. So here we go then. Here we go. It does alter the stats slightly because on the chart you could get a 0, which would be 0. Yeah, but on this die there is not a 0. It starts with 1 and goes to 10. So you could say that actually the 10 is the 0. Should we do that, or should we just... Here we go then. We're going to roll it 3 times. That is a 9. So already we're way above. So it's 9. It's 9 again. 9. So it's 18. Plus a 1. So that is 19. Plus 3 is 22. So that's way above 8. So if your score is higher, turn to 26. We certainly are. Well, no, not Jeffrey Archer. Just Archer. Has anyone seen the TV animation Archer? It's really funny, really good. The Spy. It's like a spoof of James Bond. Really good. Hurrah! Hurrah indeed. So, 26. Where's 26? Where are you? Lesby Avenue. Oh, look at that. Classic pose. Your score qualifies you for a place in the final. For only one other archer has scored more than 8 points. His name is Alton. He is a tall man with rugged features, a ranger from the mountains to the north, namely the Qualin Range, which borders the Mackinac Gorge. He wields a longbow crafted from orange toa wood, and his skill with the weapon is formidable. It will be a challenging contest. Oh, okay. Right. This is Outland. Look at him go. Look at him. With his bow. Look at him go. I really do like Gary Chalk's style. It's very vivid. It is very vivid. Okay, so combat skill 24, endurance, target points 50. So what do we have to do? The tournament final is played out using the normal rules for combat. However, you may not gain bonuses from a shield or from any armour or from any weapon other than the bow. In this instance, Weapon Mastery Bow grants you 3 + 3 combat skill bonus points to, that Weapon Mastery with melee weapons would normally give you. Rather than adding 3... Okay. You can use Mind Blast during this contest, but not Psi. Okay. Okay, the only difference is that you begin with 50 endurance or target points. Any endurance points that you lose may be deducted from these target points. Okay, if you obtain K in the combat result, you or Atlan just lose 10 target points. Your normal endurance score remains unchanged throughout the contest. The first one to lose all 50 of his target points loses the tournament. You need not erase any arrows from your chart. I was going to say, we've only got 5. If you are using the Jackan and pick 0 from the table, okay. If you're the first to lose, right. Oh, okay, so we're just basically... Oh, that's quite a good twist on the combat, isn't it? That ranger really does look like Hawk the Slayer. Yeah, I think you're right there. Okay, so let's just quickly read the combat, because it's not like Fighting Fantasy. It is a little bit more complex than that. So it says here, there will be occasions where, okay, add any extra points. Well, we're not doing that. Then it says, subtract the combat skill of your enemy from this total. The result is the combat ratio. Enter it into the action chart. Okay. So let's do that now then. So, we get a +3 though. Yeah. So we have the best. We have the best, don't we? We're actually on 23. So it says here, add any extra. Right. Subtract the combat skill of your enemy from this total. So 24 from 23 is 1. Okay. I've got to remind myself how to do it because this is the combat table result. Who loves a good spreadsheet? Who loves a good spreadsheet? So, then what you do is, it says here, okay, so let's enter that. Oh, I forgot about this. It's all a bit, right. We got a 1. 24, yeah, no, it's -1. Is that right? The range of it. Is that right? So if he's on 24 and we're on 23, we're minusing his score from ours. That's -1. Have I got that right? Somebody confirm that for me, please. Because, I'm still asleep. Then what it says to do is... Yeah, it says here... Right, when you've determined your combat ratio, pick a number. So then we roll the number, and then you match it all up. Okay, so we're going to roll the dice. Where is it? I've lost my dice. He's on 50. We're on 50. Wow, this could take a time, could it? We do need the 10-sided dice. Where did that go? Oh, it's in the dice tower. Okay, so then we roll the dice. No, we don't. Hang on, what am I doing? We look at -1. Is that it? Is that what you do? You don't roll a dice? No, hang on. Okay, pick a number from the random. Right, yeah, there it goes. Right, okay. So that is 4. That is 4. Okay. Turn to the combat results. Along the top of the chart showing the combat ratio numbers. Oh, that's it. It's like coordinates. Find the number that is the same as your combat ratio, which is -1, and cross-reference with the random number that you have picked, which is 4. Oh, that's right, yeah. And then it tells you how many damage points it gets us. So... It's all a bit mathy. So the enemy gets -5. We get -4. So -5 is 45. We're on 46. As long as we keep 1 ahead, that's all we need to do. Now you'd have the number of endurance points lost by yourself. Okay, on the action chart, otherwise you try to, yeah. Okay, and then repeat the sequence. There we go. Right, so then we do it again. So, what do we get? We got a 2 this time. We got a 2 this time, and I think... oh no, the higher the better. We want the higher the better. So this time round, he lost 3 and we lost 5. So he's on now 42. We're on 41. So it's swung round. This could take a while. Get your popcorn ready. Right, so we want a high number. We want a 9 or a 10. That's 4. Okay, that's better in our way. So he's lost 5. So that is 37. And we've lost 4. So that is 30. Hang on. My brain. 37. We're both on 37. Right, here we go. Here we go. Bear with me. Right. Oh, that's a good one. 8. That is a good one. So 8. So he lost 9 endurance points and we lost 1 endurance point. So 9 takes him down to 28. And our one is 36. Okay, we need a high one again. Let's go. That's a 4. Okay, that's not bad. He loses 5. So that he's on 23. We lose 4. So we're on 32. So we're 9 points ahead of him. Right, here we go. Let's roll a high one again. We need a high number. That's another 4. Who'd have thought? Another 4. He's a 19. No, sorry. He's on 18. He's on 18 and we are on 28. So we're 10 points. 10 points difference. Oh, that's not so good this time around. It's the other way around. So 2, we lose 3 and he loses... No, he loses 3 and we lose 5. So 5 would take us down to 23. He loses 3, takes him down to 15. Okay, so we're on 23 and he's on 15. Here we go then. We need a high number. Oh, no, that is a 1. We do not like that one. He's gaining again. We lose 5. He loses 2. So he's on 13. We're on 18. Right, we want a high number. We need like an 8. That's a 4. Okay, that's not brilliant, but it's better because he loses 1 extra than us. So he loses 5. So he's on 8. We lose 4. We're on 14. This is close. Oh, 8. 8. That is exactly what we wanted. That could be it. Yeah, that's it. He loses -9. So he's on -1 and we lose 1. So we're on 13. Bish bash bosh. Sugar in the gas tank. Okay, yes. It all came back to me now. The combat system. Good bit of spreadsheeting. It just proves his skill. And that we are both good with the bow. Yeah, exactly. 1 minute it looked like we were going to race away with it, and he pulled it back. I'm not talking about the bowstring either. Okay, well done, guys. So if you're the first to lose 50, or if Altan is the first. So yes, there we go. 3, 5. Sorry, what was it? 2, 5, 2. 252. Look at that. We're going to get a bow, a silver bow. That is a cool weapon to have. 252. A loud cheer shatters the hushed silence when your arrow strikes home. You have won. The villagers are thrilled to have witnessed such an exciting tournament. They press forward and the crowd around you, offering you their generous praise and congratulations. The little man in the braided jerkin presents you with your prize. It is a magnificent bow made from the wood of a rare silver oak tree. This weapon-like special item will add 3 points to your total whenever you are using a bow and are instructed to pick a number from the random table. Oh, I forgot to add the number. On. You must remember to add the number on. We split the arrow in half with the final shot, Kevin Costner, Robin Hood style. I have done that, actually. This is no lie. I've done that in darts. I threw, I think it was a treble 20. And that was the amazing. This is when I was a kid. I played darts. I had a dartboard in my room. I played darts all the time. Treble 20. Then I threw another one, and it went into the back of the other dart. It lodged in the flight. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then I threw the next one, and that got treble 20. So I got 180, but one was in there. I know it sounds made up, and I didn't record it. We didn't have mobile phones back then. And I was just practicing on my own. No witnesses. So that is genuine. Okay, so we must remember to add +3. Yeah. So this could be added to bonuses. Hang on, here we go then. will add 3 points to your total whenever you're using a bow, and you're instructed to pick a number from the table. Enter it into the special items section of your action chart as the silver bow of destruction. Yeah, silver bow of Duran, and make a note of its unique bonus. The +3 bonus on your random number choices when using the bow can be added to the +3 bonus you already gained from having weapon mastery with the bow. This will give you a very useful +6. You rolled a natural 9. I genuinely did. It was amazing. You can imagine as a kid, I just basically just erupted and went, oh my god! Ah. As the bonus for weapon mastery with the bow, you may add this bonus only when determining the success of a bow shot. After making... Okay, right, so let's write that down. Let's write that down. We have an absolutely fantastic weapon now, so we get +6. So, what's it called? The silver bow of Duradun. That gives us a +3 in combat, or just firing a bow, which means it's a +6 in total. So let's remember that, because I forgot to add it on actually that time. So that is brilliant. We are now Legolas crossed over with the rapid shot archer from Hawk the Slayer. We are certainly bowmaster, put it that way. Was it black? What is it? That cartoon on Netflix, Bowmaster Jack or something? Bowmaster Black. Okay, wow. Okay, after making a short speech in praise of the skill of your competitors, you thank the villagers for their kindness and generosity. Then, proudly, you shoulder your valuable prize and head back to Silurus. You are eager to tell him the good news. To continue, pick a number. Oh, okay, this doesn't sound good. This could sound like he's been hijacked, he's been robbed. Okay, here we go. We're going to pick a number. It is number 2. That might not necessarily be good. It says here, if the number is 3 or less, turn to 33. And we didn't have any modifiers on that. So it is 33. I suspect the worst. A shock awaits you as you return to Silurus. Both he and your horse have vanished. At first you curse him, thinking that he has wandered off to a nearby ale tent for a drink. But when you discover his oaken staff laying beside the road, you sense that something is seriously wrong. Yeah, gulp indeed. You climb up on the roof of a parked wagon and strain your eyes in all directions for some sign of his whereabouts. Then you see him. Oh no, he is surrounded by a group of cavalrymen who are galloping away to the west. You count 6 of them plus a riderless horse. It is your horse. Then you noticed, hitched to the back of a parked wagon, a saddle brown mare. So what would you like to do? Would you like to take the horse and give chase? Type chase. Or would you like to decide to try and find the horse's owner and offer to buy it? Type buy. What do you want to do? Do you want to just take it? Type chase. Or do you want to buy the horse, try and find the owner and buy the horse? It's a dilemma. Oh, you've already... Clearly not as much of a dilemma as I first thought. But I guess time is of the essence. I'm sure the owner would understand, surely. So anyone else voting? I think Chase is going to do it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, who knows where that owner is? He could be anybody in that crowd watching the tournament. Okay, we're going to give Chase 271. Yeah, Jam also wants to chase. Just to let you know, Jam's paranormal Quest. Is it Paranormal Quest? I can't remember. Paranormal Hero. Book number 2 is out now, isn't it, Jam? So if you do want another game book, check out Jam's one. We will play those at some point, Jam. And also, just to let you know, just to remind you that Jonathan Green does have a Kickstarter coming up on the 23rd of April. Thanks for the plug. No worries, Jam, no worries. Yeah, so Jonathan's got a Kickstarter coming up, which is Shakespeare versus Cthulhu. It's the game book of that, and that is coming up on the 23rd. So that looks very a good crossover there. You have barely covered 100 yards when you hear a frantic cry, "Horse thief! Horse thief! Don't let him get away!" Maybe this is the wrong decision. You tighten your grip and urge the horse along the highway as it dips and bends, following the low hedgerow that borders upon the tournament field. The cry alerts many of the contestants from the archery competition, and they soon appear in a long line. Oh dear. They soon appear in a long line at the edge of the field. As they see you approach, they draw their bows and get ready to fire. Yeah, oops. Pick a number, right. If you have the magic knowledge of animal control or huntsman's, which we don't, do we? We've got weapon mastery, invisibility, and cure. Can we become invisible? Okay, so let's roll the die. Let's hope for a high rye here, otherwise we could be dead. Oh, that's the highest. We're taking that as the highest. We're taking that as 10. Yeah. Oops indeed. So 81. This would be quite comical if we die right at the end. We've just won this, which I guess from their point of view. Hang on, he's just won this competition. He's a big hero. We've given him this fantastic prize. And then now he's nicking a horse. What's all that about? Yes, I'm aware of that, Martha, yeah. I just wanted to make sure, because I was late by 15 minutes, wasn't I? 20 minutes. And then we had a lot of admin. But yeah, we'll just wrap this up soon, Martha. But yeah, I was going to wrap it up when we got back to Sirius, but he's not there anymore. So let's carry on a little bit longer. Let's see what happens. Arrows scream past you on all sides. One shaft gouges a furrow in the skin from the horse's rump, causing him to twist and buck. You shorten the reins and dig in your heels, urging him forward. Your quick thinking helps you regain control of the frightened animal, and soon you're well out of range of the deadly whistling shafts. I suspect if we'd rolled under whatever it was, 6, I think we could have died there. The chase takes you deep into the heart of Varettian hills. Soon the highway dips and twists as it plunges into the valleys and hollows that have been carved by fast-flowing streams, before climbing through dense woodland that clings perilously to every precipice and crag. You often lose sight of the riders, but your basic Kai skills of tracking and hunting enable you to follow their trail with ease. It is not until you reach a tiny village perched on the edge of a tree-lined crag that their trail becomes indistinct. However, you notice that there is a stony hill track on the far side of the village. It branches off the main highway and ascends to the trees. So, if you have the Magnakai of Pathmanship, which we don't... so what would you like to do then? Would you like, this is another choice for you guys, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue along the highway, type highway, or do you want to explore the hill track, type hill track? What would you like to do? Continue along the highway, type highway, or explore the hill track? What would you like to do? Well, I have some human blood, can't say that. That's nice. Particularly thirsty. Thirsty work, doing all this. The hill track. The hill track does sound quite intriguing, doesn't it? It does sound quite interesting. Okay, we're going to go along the hill track. Maybe they've bundled him off into the hills. Where is that? Okay, 241. And there we shall leave it, fellow Magnakai adventurers. There we go. Yes, that's a good place to leave it. Leave it on a cliffhanger or on a hill hanger. Is there such a thing? Possibly not. There we go. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am actually wearing my Lone Wolf t-shirt. This is a Lone Wolf t-shirt that Rene of Lone Wolf he's connected to Lone Wolf. He got me a t-shirt because he asked me, very kindly asked me, if I'd like to do some interviews for him at the UK Games Expo last year. And I didn't know he was going to do this, but he got like all the crew a t-shirt who were working on his stand, and he got me one of these, an honorary crew t-shirt, so it's good. I didn't expect Prince Spoilt Brat to take revenge so soon. That's son. Oh, Liren, you're right. That's why he's done it. It is. It is. It's that brat of a prince, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. So he would have followed us and then realised that Sirius was with us because he recognised him because he tried killing him in the tavern. That brat is going to get an arrow in his head, absolutely, especially as we've got +6. Bring it on. Bring it on. It's good stuff. So, have you been enjoying that? It's good. Lone Wolf, they're good, aren't they? They are very good. And also, what I have noticed is the amount of world building. Does that interest you? I think the more that the world is believable, I think the more engaged you are with a story. Certainly it feels that way. They have a certain gravitas to it. Martha's put it, and we have to give back the stolen horse. Yes, you're right. I was wondering about that, if we could actually just return it. It does interest you. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm hoping to do with my game book is to do that kind of level of world building, so you really get to know the world of Edra. And it's set in, this first book is set in my main city that I've written a lot of stories about, called Ferrum's Forge. And you play a thief. I think you know all this already. You play a thief, and you basically are going around the city. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it, but you do have to. You need the Amulet of Eternity, or is it Amulet of Chaos? I think I've called it. I can't remember now. So yeah. When you close your eyes, it feels like you're listening to a vividly read audio drama. Well, thank you very much, Lirin. That's mainly due to his writing. I get what you mean. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's very well described, isn't it? Yeah, good stuff. A cracking start. Yeah, and it's interesting to note how much admin there is at the beginning. That doesn't seem to put people off, does it? I was a little bit wary of my system because I thought, oh, maybe it's too heavy, too complex. But mine isn't as complex as this. So if there are people that love, obviously there are people that love playing Lone Wolf, then not Lone's Wolf. Wolf's taking out a loan from a bank. Then I'm sure people won't necessarily think mine's too complex. Ferrum, yeah, that's Latin for iron, right? Absolutely, Lirin, that's exactly it. When I discovered that was that, because I wanted, the whole city was basically built by a blacksmith who set up in this. It was started out as a village, obviously, and so he called it Ferrum's Forge, or it just became known as Ferrum's Forge, i.e. iron. And I really like the sound of ferrum. It's a word I can say. That's how I go on these things. If I can say it, it's in. So Ferrum's Forge. Yeah. So there we are. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. Sorry once again I was late, but I was in such a deep sleep. It was ridiculous. My body obviously needed it. So we will be back next Wednesday at 6:30, I promise. 6:30, there or thereabouts. 6:30 UK time next Wednesday to play part 2 of the Kingdoms of Terror, which is a cracking start so far. We know what we'll have to do. We are trying to get the Lorestone of Varetta. However, our companion has now been kidnapped. The only reason I said the time is that it's almost 10 p.m. for me. Oh, I know. I appreciate that, Martha. Yeah, no, I wasn't going to let it go on for too long, but I wanted to make sure we did a nice hour and a half. You know, and I wanted enough gameplay. Fear not, serious. Help is on the way next Wednesday. Yeah, absolutely. And if you are interested in another live stream on Twitch, I do live stream video games every Friday at 7 p.m. UK time. And we are continuing with Witcher 3. It's an open world game. It's full of fantasy, full of mythical creatures. And it's great. I'm really, really enjoying that. Martha and Jam have been watching me playing that. And it's very low key. It's very laid back. It's just me enjoying the game and you guys enjoying watching it. Yes, Martha. Yeah, Martha can't make it this Friday. No worries, Martha. Enjoy your theatre. Yeah, so, and then there will be a 10 a.m. UK time Edra Skulls Rambling of a Storyteller, where we talk about creativity, fantasy, your projects, my projects, and sometimes we talk about other things as well. Hopefully you'll be there. Yes, no worries, Jam, if you're not, but if you are, it'd be great to see you. And if you haven't commented, there might be a reason if you wanted to comment, but you couldn't comment because you do have to follow a channel on Twitch if you want to comment on their live stream. So, and it also helps the algorithms, helps push out the numbers. The more the merrier, really. But it's lovely to see you all once again. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, Jam. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Sally. And thank you to anyone else that was watching that I haven't mentioned. Yeah, look at that. Jam just mentioned that. Yeah. And anyone else. Yeah, exactly. Just what I said. It looks like I read that. Our great minds think alike. Thank you so much. And remember, may the magic of storytelling flow through you always. See you later, guys.